Okay, so that's a really big thing to think about. And if you think about this oxytocin, for men to try to understand this chemical, which certainly women can feel internally, we have a lot less, but there is a time for us to feel it. There is a time when our oxytocin level goes up, and it's the same amount in our bloodstream, in our brain, as women. There's a specific time which you can replicate at home. Now, definitely, if you have a baby, your oxytocin goes up. If you get married, your oxytocin goes up, then it goes back down, but it does go up. But there's one time when it's equal to. So you can probably guess. Making love, yeah. When a man has an orgasm, his oxytocin level shoots up. You know, and that whole foreplay, the whole thing, the oxytocin is going up. It's a sex, it's also, you know, because it's a bonding chemical, it's obviously, initially it probably grows from sex. So many of these things grow from sex and reproduction. So all the guys in the room, we can feel it because we get that, I love you, right? And you get that feeling, which you have felt. And so you can kind of, if you're a man, you can feel how powerful that chemical is. Well, that's a chemical that women are getting a lot more of all the time, this bonding chemical. Now, wait, what did he say? I missed something there. Now, so watch out, though. Watch out, though. What happens to the male oxytocin level after sex? Does it keep going up? No. Very soon it goes down. And why does it go down? Well, someone always throws that out, yeah. We've worked really hard, you know. Yes, so true. But at the same time, another reason it goes down is because the testosterone comes back up. And testosterone cells mitigate oxytocin cells. There's a direct relationship between testosterone cells and oxytocin cells. It's just a bizarre irony of human development. So the very chemical that is going to go up in females and stays up after a woman has sex or a girl has sex, stays up, can stay up for hours, can stay up for days. Especially if you're in the 15 to 30 age group, you know, if you're married and you have kids and all that, you have a kind of a different chemistry. I hate to say. We still have the oxytocin, but there's a whole other chemistry. But if you're in the 15 to 30, and 15 is a little young to have sex, but you know a lot of kids are having sex at 15. So 15 to 30 age group, that age group where there's a good amount of sex going on, that's especially the age group where the male testosterone kicks in really fast and kills off the oxytocin. But the female oxytocin stays up for days and days, which is part of why relationships are so very difficult for 10 or 15 years, right, until we get the hang of it. Because it's a completely different chemistry operating, and she's fallen in love with a guy who doesn't call her back, and, you know, and that feels really... And it's funny, but if you think about it, it's a sad irony, because you'll notice that part of this lighthouse that we have to deal with now in our workplaces is just like that girl feels at 17 or 20 or 23 when she's not called back by the guy who says, "Oh, I love you, I'll call you back." And then his testosterone comes back up and he kind of forgets about her. Isn't that the same? It's different, but it's the devaluing. The devaluing. This biology between males and females, one of the deep complexities of this biology that we all bring to the workplace, and now please step away from sex, we're not having sex, but the oxytocin biology and the testosterone biology that we bring to the workplace, it also affects this issue. And think about the word devaluing, because if we look at management, retention of women, if we look at that one issue, that's, again, what is in the main said. I went to another corporation because I did not feel valued in this corporation. And one of the reasons that women don't feel valued, that women feel devalued, a lot of this starts when they're girls, right? They're boys and girls, and then men and women are relating, but not fully understanding what's going on. And very often women feel devalued. Now, there are ways in which obviously men can feel devalued too, male bashed and those sorts of things. But this particular way is of great concern to HR people, because so much money really is lost. And the There are, however, a number of examples of corporations that got deep into this and got everyone trained in this and got them thinking about it, got them working with it. And like Deloitte and Touche is one example. They got all of those managers trained in this stuff, and they estimated that they were saving about $250 million a year by retaining the female talent, because they doubled and then tripled the retention of that female talent. And you know it takes like $100,000 just for one person to get training to move to a certain management level. And then if you lose them, right, that's lost money. So bottom lines are affected by this stuff, and I'm arguing, of course, that it can be starting in this biology. So